Hi, my loves. Make my special stir fry spaghetti with me while I tell you a story of how I almost got beaten by my classmates in JSS1. So we just resumed. That was my first um term in secondary school. So and I was very tiny, like I was one of the smallest students in the school then. It was our first day in school. Okay, we resumed the previous day. So this is like the next day, like let me say the official first day in school. So we were the refectory, they served us egusi soup with gari. And guys, this Gary was like mountain. And mind you, then I wasn't a good foodie. I wasn't a foodie. I just didn't like food. I was just the kind of picky kind of person. I didn't like so many food. I selected foods then. So and I didn't even like egusi soup. I've never really liked egusi soup. Imagine your first day in school and you're being served one of your worst foods, then it was now more than enough for you. So I got tired of eating and everybody was looking for who will take theirs as well. Like the food was too much. Then I sighted this very fat girl in my class. Then I didn't know her. It was my first time seeing her. But I grew up with this notion that fat people liked food. Since I was small and I didn't like food, that obviously fat people will like food. So I just assumed the girl was going to be very happy and she would thank me if I gave my food to her. I didn't know she too, she was struggling to finish hers because all of us are new to the environment and obviously all of us are new to their kind of food too. I didn't tell this girl, oh, I never asked her if she wanted to eat. I never asked her if the one she had was too much. I never asked her if it was enough for her. I just stood up from where I was sitting, went straight to where she was, and poured my food into her plate. Anytime I remember this story, I laugh. Like I went straight to where she was. She was even backing me. I went the other way and went straight and poured my plate of the whole gari and soup into her soup. This girl did not say a word. She turned. Do you know what I had on my face? This girl landed me the worst slap I've ever received in my entire life. After slapping me, she still poured back my food to me like what kind of meanness is that? You've already given the little girl a slap for disrespecting you. Did you have to give me back the food? Like if she only slapped me, I wouldn't have been mad as long as she took the food happily. But slapping me and returning the food. If you're watching this, baby girl, you did not try. Let me not lie. That slap entered. But I would have just forgiven you and then apologized and moved on with my life. But did you have to return the food? I received the slap of my life and I was still stuck with the food. You guys. She didn't even know it was me. After how many years, I walked up to her one day in school because she was my classmate. And I was like, do you remember something like this happening? Do you remember having such an experience? She was like, yes, she remembers, but she doesn't remember the face of the person. But she remembered something like that happening so time and she's my friend actually. We are not very close but we are friends. So I was like, it was me. She laughed that she didn't even know what she knew that something like that happened, but she didn't know who it was because then we didn't know each other. It was just like 24 hours we were in school, do you get? So it's obvious she must have even forgotten the face of the person she got. She was like, so it was me. That she didn't know. I said, how will you know? How will you know? But you not try, sha. You not try, girl. I God, Lord, anytime I remember that story, I'm just like, what was I even thinking? And I admit I was wrong, but I expected her to be grateful, you know. She's supposed to be happy. Ah, somebody's giving me food and hey God, to think after that period now, like some years into schooling now and all the rest, we were literally begging for all those food that we were throwing away then. Let me not lie, I ended up throwing that food even with all the preaching, don't throw food. I couldn't help it because who do they expect to finish a heap of gari that three people can eat comfortably? Definitely not me. Oh. I threw it away. But after some time, we were begging for that food. Oh, we were begging for that food. Boarding school will frustrate your life. Like, and to think I started going to boarding school from my primary four. That's how that's how bad my growing up was. It was not bad actually, but most of my life I've spent it in school. Like literally. If I've spent if I've lived for 23 years, then it's okay to say I spent 18 years as a student, like full time student, not student that goes home and then full time student. But all the same, Sha, those experiences. And I also remember when I used to always use my food to do saraka. You know what saraka is like, to do charity. In primary schools, like I never liked food. Hey, I don't know why I hated food that much, but food was not just my thing. Any opportunity to give my food to somebody or beg somebody to take my food, I will take it. Like it was that bad. When I was in primary school, safe, like I always go to school with moi and okpa when I was in the boarding house now. When immediately I get to school, I'll just walk straight to my best friend and tell her, I came with okpa today. Oh, take. This is somebody that I didn't eat before going to school, and this is supposed to be my breakfast and my lunch. But I'd rather give it to another person and go hungry than eat it. And she will eat. Another day again, I'll come and tell her, I came with okpa today. Oh." She will collect and eat. They will not even ask me, what will you not eat? Me, I don't even care, safe. Or is it the time when I was still staying with my family before my primary four? That should be my primary two or primary three. I'll come with food, well cooked food from home. I'll now be preaching to one of my male classmates that likes food that I'll be like, don't worry, if you eat my food, my mother is a good person and she has good heart. If you eat my food, you too, you have good heart. Like my mother used to do good things for people. If you eat my food, you'll be doing good things. Can you imagine that level of stupidity? Like it was that bad for me. It was terrible. And he will eat though, even if he didn't want to, the way I will talk to you, the way I will beg you, the way I will preach for you, you will just eat for my sake, honestly. Everybody was complaining then. I finally developed ulcer. Then that was when I started taking myself seriously. Like I could stay a whole day without food and I will not feel hungry. It's not as if I don't have what to eat. I just don't want to eat. I just don't see the need why somebody should be eating. You should be busy with your life activities, not food. But now, if you give me your own share, say, me, I will eat.